So, do any of you guys know what a bicycle sharing scheme is? Well, a bicycle sharing scheme is a service in which bicycles are made available for shared use to individuals on a very short-term basis. Bike sharing is often named in different ways according to the geographical location. So they call it cycle hire in the UK, public bicycle in China, and here in North America, bicycle sharing. Bike sharing schemes allow people to borrow a bike from point A and return it at point B. Bike sharing schemes, also known as BSSs, have existed for almost 50 years, but only in the last decade have they significantly grown in prevalence and popularity, and are in over 800 cities, and there are over 900,000 out there. While predominantly enabling a commuting function, bike sharing allows users to undertake other key economic, social, and recreational activities. According to policy documents and other academic literatures, BSSs are expected to contribute to society in a number of ways, and then I'll give a list. Now I'll break down the reality of these expectations in several categories. First being the determinants of and barriers to bike sharing use. According to user surveys conducted in different cities and countries, bike sharing can improve the experience, accessibility, and affordability of personal travel through greater transport choice, reduced journey times, and reduced mobility costs. In short, the evidence I found suggests that convenience consistently emerges as a key motivating factor for BSSs, and the broader changes in users' travel behaviors and their transport mode substitution. There's a recent study that shows the active users of the London BSS, which shows that 78% started to cycle or cycled more as a result of the scheme. Most BSS users surveyed in 2011 to 2012 in 4 North American cities reported an increase in their cycling levels as a result of bicycle sharing. And when considering changes in car driving, the available evidence I found suggests that bike sharing can reduce car use. In 2014, a study found that the share of respondents who reported driving less as a result of bike sharing ranged from 29% in Montreal and 35% in Toronto to over 50% in Mexico City. As for the impacts on attitude to cyclists, I found a study by Dublin Bikes, which is just a BSS company. They reported that bike sharing can contribute towards raising awareness and acceptance of bicyclists and increasing road safety for cyclists. Over 80% of the survey respondents were also car drivers, and of them, 93.8% said that using the Dublin bike scheme had raised their awareness of cyclists on the road while driving. As for their environmental impacts, many commentators and publications supportive of bike sharing provide estimates of the CO2 emission savings resulting from bike share use, and they suggest that they have a positive impact on the environment. But the significance of these results is questionable because the estimates they make are not normally backed up with evidence or data. However, it's common sense that BSS are helping the environment since bicycles don't emit CO2. As for their health impacts, there was a study based in Montreal which found increased cycling levels among those who lived in proximity of docking stations, suggesting that BSSs can lead to increased cycling, thus indirectly promoting public health. However, this study does not indicate whether and to what extent the increase in cycling levels is accompanied by a decrease in other forms of physical activity, such as walking, as a result of bike share use. Overall, the evidence on the impacts and especially on the benefits of bike sharing is growing, but is still limited in terms of the range of case studies available, methods used, the data collected and or generated, and the range of characteristics and impacts. Further research is needed to allow for a better analysis of schemes and to increase the credibility of the results.